Hello everyone. This video is up late for Wednesday. It was really last week's video, but I was really struggling with creativity. So this building has changed. I mean, the original idea was to be a cafe or bakery, which it ended up being in the end. But I was really going back and forth making a restaurant or a little pottery studio, but I don't think there's enough space to do pottery studio because I think you need that teacher's table, whatever that is. So I could obviously do that. So yeah, end up doing a bakery. I did this lot type as a cafe. You need the espresso bar, which I used in the second floor instead of the first floor. So I know that's a problem because I didn't play or test the espresso bar. So I don't know if it is, usable, but at least the first floor, the business and hobby item, I believe, I mean, it is gonna be, your Sims can get drinks and food from there. So yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about it, but yeah, that was my little cheat to getting around that. And yeah, I really need to download that. What is it? Better Build by or Tool Mod. No, Tool Mod. Because I was really missing it in this build. Yeah, but I think, I'm not sure if this one had a reference image or a, oh no, this is, no, never mind. I didn't do a reference, I did this one. Not sure I can get creative here. I was doing, because one thing I wanted, and that I didn't even end up doing, was I wanted a rooftop garden. I wanted that green to come through this roof, and I just didn't. I'm gonna put some, those square planters. Also, excuse the random spins we're going on here. My mouse battery was dying, so I had to change it out, and it didn't fill this fast. Obviously, I'm speeding this up, but yeah, so excuse that. But yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about before the little spins distracted me. But yeah, I did a little cafe. I kind of wanted to get to fit the world of, what is this world called? Ciudad Enamorada, I believe it's called. I really don't know. Remember what this map's called. I also called this cafe. I'm not called this cafe. I had trouble naming this cafe. I didn't want to know what to name it, but I just named it the name of the trees. I forgot what they're called. Jacaranda or something like that. Jacaranda. What are the trees? Those blue trees. I don't know. I was actually watching a video about it recently. I believe they were imported from, or some Japanese, what do you call people who study trees and plants? Other words is, but I remember reading about how that's what brought these plants over to Mexico. So there's a little that half fact for you because I don't really know the name and everything. So, but yeah, there's that. Actually, let me search it up now that I can. Let's look up the history. See, where, I don't even know. I think with the C or and trees integrated. That's the word I'm looking for. Integrated, not from. Sorry, I don't know why I'm apologizing to my keyboard. Let's see. I'm doing this in one hand. Okay. Let's see. Trying to find the site that is. Seems legit. I don't know, I always think of, I don't know if anyone else has taught that, but in school you would say that .edu or .org, those were the most trusted sorts. Well, I know they are studies, but I always try to look for those, but there is none at the top. Okay, let's see this article here. I was just, okay, here you go. According to the New York Times, the beautifully hued Jacaranda trees, where am I? Sorry. The beautiful Jacaranda trees arrived in Mexico City in 1930s at the request of the then president Squad Ortiz Rubio. Rubio had visited Washington D.C. and seen these cities' cherry trees and was so impressed by their beauty he wanted to replicate the experience in his own capital city. Sadly for cherry blossom to develop, they required lower temperatures than the climate of Mexico City could offer. But Rubio consulted with Tasugoro Matsumoto, a Japanese immigrant who was a gardener of the then presidential palace at here's nothing I remember. Chapultepec Park. He recommended the Jacaranda, a variety of trees he had helped bring to the city during previous years. There's a lot of more to the story. Okay, this article. Oh, here's the name. The Jacaranda imosifolia is a tree native to South America and requires subtropical climate. The blossom is long-lasting, up to 2 months, which makes trees particularly worthy of planting for decorative reasons. Alright. So it was the Japanese gardener, I guess. Is it Tasugoro Matsumoto? Okay, yeah, that's the one. Oh no, he's an immigrant who was a gardener for the then presidential palace at the park. Okay, and recommended. Yeah, so that's a little fun thing for you while we're looking at this build. Yeah, so I just named the cafe Jacaranda. I already forgot the name of the trees, but yeah. It wasn't really creative. I feel like I have a hard time coming up with creative names with the builds. That's just definitely not my strong suit. I go very basic with it, but yeah. I also tried to limit packs, and in the end I just went crazy with it and not even care. So yeah, sorry for that. There's another build I'm trying to work on that has 4 packs, which is still not that limiting. But my next build, here's a little teaser for that. Hopefully I can get up Friday. I probably would. I'm already almost done with the build. It is, I used base game. What else? Base game, Dine Out, Snowy Escape, and there's one more, but I cannot. Oh, City Living. I did City Living, base game, Snowy Escape, Dine Out. And if you can guess, the next one is a restaurant in the world Samashino, I believe came with City Living. Yeah. Building that. I'm building a Japanese restaurant because Snowy Escape, you know, styles inspired by Japan, so I went through that. I got kind of inspired because I really recently over the weekend visited Mexicali, Mexico, and if you know there, I know there it's Chinese. There's a lot of Chinese immigrants. That was because during the railroad and prohibition era. Again, I'm half there with the history. I have to switch up too, but yeah, so there's a lot of like Chinese food in areas. So I actually went to one with the family. It was pretty good. Definitely big portion, but again, it's common to have the family style. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of food, a lot of good food. So very fun time. I think that's what I needed, just to be out. I was really like mentally, I was kind of like down for a bit, but yeah, I'm all better now. I'm definitely getting better at. That's one thing if anyone is struggling like with mental health, and just, you know, we don't have to necessarily have a condition or illness, but we all have days we don't feel good. But definitely learning. Like I noticed this time, I was able to snap back quicker than I used to. So it's definitely exciting to, you know, get better at that. But yeah, I definitely want to get better as well with my channel. I feel like I was really losing creativity, and that's probably why my schedule was whack. But yeah, I definitely want to just, I don't know, I feel like I want to like restart. That's something about me, is that because like I change, for example, I change my wallpaper on my phone every month, and I wish I could change it more, but I try to limit myself. I just like long-term things are just hard for me, especially like tattoos. Like I would love a tattoo, but it's forever. I mean, like, yeah, no kidding. But well, I mean, you can do tattoo removals, but I don't know why when something's so permanent, it like kind of freaks me out. Not freaks me out, that's not the word I'm looking for. Just like intimidates. Yeah, intimidates me more. so I don't really like, you know, do that. But off that rant, I don't even know why I was saying that. I had a point. I know. Anyway, yeah, I don't remember the point. Oh, now I'm seeing that table. That table is basically what inspired this cafe. I know I saw that table and that would be such a good table to have for a cafe in the world of Ciudad Enamorada. I'm pretty sure is the name of this Sims place is called. But I don't think I ended up using that table. I used that like light sandy and yellow bottom table. So yeah, didn't even get to do that. But yeah, I really love the look of it. I think it's very, I would say simple, but I mean, I think it's closer to realistic. Excuse that glitch. I don't have the toolbox, so that's gonna be glitching. Wasn't really drawing my attention, so I didn't really like mind it. But you guys do mind it, I know. Those are the walls to be fixing because they glitch. But yeah. Also, I did some like banners that came in with this pack of Struck. That like I actually don't know the name of the banners, but like those colorful banners you see in typical like Mexican restaurants, stuff like that, or markets. I didn't or got it from the gallery, but I was having a hard time finding it. I mean, I found it once and it's kind of again, so that was so just like one banner, but overall I like the aesthetic of the build. I think I brought in fun colors because that was like my main concern as well, or not main concern, but or like my priority was bringing in colors to have this to be fun, feel light as well. So I see right now the build is just white and brown. Oh, there you go. And I was trying to add those like vibrant pops of color. You know, it's pretty common, especially in Mexico. If you visit and you know there's these bright colors. I personally I wear black and like navy blues. I wear dark colors every day, but I love looking at the bright colors. It just makes you happy. So I definitely want to do that. But yeah, very fun. Hopefully this is no Sims can access it, because again I didn't player test it, but I'll have to player test it once I do the little speed build, because I still haven't recorded that. It's already late at night and hopefully I can get this up. But if not, I mean, I'll get up tonight, hopefully a few hours before midnight, so fingers crossed. But yeah, this build was definitely challenging at first, but I think once you know get into a flow state a bit, that's a nice point to reach. But yeah, definitely think I got it to work. The wallpaper though changed so many times. I was thinking of just transferring the one from the outside inside, doing like peachy tone, doing the business hubs like wall panels. It was just a lot of changing and moving around, but I think I'm happy with the final result. I think it is very congruent while also making the pop of colors not feel so like in your face, but making it feel connected. Also that green like pistachio color, I did the entire walls that at first and it was a bit too much, so I'm very happy I stuck that in the bathroom just because I really wanted that green. Like I said, I was thinking using those tables, but stuck. In the end I got my pistachio green, so that was there. Very happy with that. But yeah, I really don't know how I was gonna say something else. I forgot. There's another thing why I shouldn't be recording so late. I'm already tired by the end of it. But yeah, oh, and here is where I just did the little express bar. And I am concerned just because, as you'll see when I move it, I put it right up against the wall. And I know the Sims like gather on the corner there, like to collect their food and stuff. So hopefully that's not gonna be a problem. But if it is, like I said, the downstairs still has that espresso bar or bakery bar that your Sims can get food and drink from, so I'm not too concerned. But I didn't need it to qualify as a cafe. But yeah, hopefully it does. Also, I like that like black lettering with the butterfly. Looks a little like a graffiti, artwork kind of done, so I just like the look of it. I think all I did was do the caveat, just the cafe logo and such. At first I was going for this, but I think I went for the colored version, and then like the dine out, or maybe some other pack for signage. At first I was thinking like that cursive writing looking, or at least it looks like cursive because it's still Simlish. But I went for this one here just because I feel like yellows. I used a lot of yellows. So I went with that, and I'm, yeah, really like it. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, sorry for being all over the place as well. And thanks for like, taking time to watch. And I'll see you guys hopefully Friday. Enjoy the video tour. Take care.